Wow, I have not ever, that I can remember, gone through quite the emotional roller coaster that I've gone through this morning just to try and get myself on video camera to get a message out. So let's try one more time. Like, I don't know, take 8 or take 10 here. Oh my God, this is quite the process. If you're seeing me, this is not a one and done video. This is like, me and the spirit team, we have been going 3 rounds here before I can get this one out. Top of the story. It's Friday, October the 10th, 2025, right around 10 a.m. I have been working on this off and on since like 8:30 or 9 o'clock this morning. Oh my God, this one has been so painful. All right, so here we go. Here's the deal. So yesterday, Spirit World came to me, and I knew very well I was going to be doing a video today, a video to get out to all of you. And, as far as the topic is concerned, like I've always got all these different topics, all these different things I can talk about. And it was really clear that I need to come in and do a mediumship video. And at first I thought I was going to be like channeling Peggy Guggenheim or somebody from the other side. It was like, no. And Spirit World was like, we want you to talk about a mediumship memory. And I'm like, oh my God, there are so many. Like, what are we talking about here? And they helped me define it down to this one memory, basically, that I am going to share with you. And I can't tell yet if that was a booby trap or not. Like, sometimes my spirit team sets me up to do something and then they booby trap me because, like, I've got my path so set up at this point. So to get me off kilter to do something different, sometimes they kind of booby trap me a little bit, and I feel a bit booby trapped this morning. So here I am. I've gotten my topic all ready to share with you guys, right? I have a story, and I think I'm still going to be able to share that story with you this morning, but I'm sitting there eating breakfast, and all of a sudden, like, I start feeling the energies rise, like mediumship channel energies rise, and it confused me because I'm like, wait a minute, I thought I was telling a story about mediumship, and the next thing I know, spirit team is like, hurry, quick, we need to get you in front of a camera right now, and I'm like, I don't have my contacts in, no makeup, not the hair, like, and they're like, don't worry about it. I'm like, I still worry about it, so I at least got my hair curled, right? And they plop me down in front of the camera, and I'm still thinking I'm going to tell the mediumship story. And the next thing I know, the Galactic Federation of Light is coming in. Okay, so they want me to start channeling a message for them. And I got to tell you, with what's been happening with my life, this whole thing about the transformation I've been going through and my platform kind of cratering and people being upset about that or not understanding it. And so I basically crashed my platform down to where before I went viral. And now Galactic Federation of Light is coming in wanting me to channel something for them. And it's not an easy time. And so they wanted to come in and do a great big old channel. And I literally physically could not do it. I just burst into tears, hurting and upset and angry about the whole thing. And a few choice words, which I can't repeat here. So, stalemate, right? Stalemate. And so I finally got through my tears and got all cleaned up, and then I was like, okay, well, maybe, do my hair a little bit more and get on a little bit makeup and then come back and try again. And then I'm just making a video pissy, just angry at everybody and everything. Well, that's not going to fly. By the end of it, I start laughing a little bit. So now this video, you have me at this state. I've moved through the tears. I've moved through the anger, and you have me laughing right now because it's all pretty ridiculous. Here are some of the top messages that the Galactic Federation of Light wanted me to send through for all of you. One of those is that they've repeated this, and that is, all is not as it seems. Well, we have heard that message off and on for a while, especially really began landing last spring, but it is back. And Galactic Federation of Light wants me to just reiterate that message, say it again. They're saying it might begin to have some different meaning now, so that's important. And then after that, there is the message of they won't be able to do what they're doing that much longer. And that is a hard message for me to deliver, because Spirit Team started saying that in the summer, and like, look where we're at. And, you know, there's a certain person who's here, but not really here. And, you know, there's that whole issue. But Spirit World is basically saying, you know, it is getting harder and harder and harder for them to move forward and do their agenda, and it is not working the way they want it to work, and it's not going to be able to go on much longer. And you can see evidence, random videos, social media land, people dropping in and going like, man, it's not working anymore. It's not working the way they wanted it to work. And we're winning. We don't know it. It doesn't look like it, but we're winning. And so Spirit Team wants to confirm that. Galactic Federation of Light wants to confirm that. Then new message coming through. Then I can hear something about a lot of you are being harder on yourselves about all of this than you need to be. Like, you know, I think one of the challenging things going on right now really is this 3D, 5D split, and navigating the landscape of like being one person living in two worlds at the same time. I mean, that's insane. That really is insane. Like I was watching a TikTok video last night about this little, I don't know, 3, 4, 5-year-old girl. Like she had to be about 4 years old, and she was just sitting there going, la 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 la, Mom, there's 2 Earths now, and it's really weird because there's 2 Earths because we're living in 2 different worlds. There's 2 Earths, and you know, Mom was going, where is she getting this stuff? We never talk, like we've never said anything like this. So the little ones know. They come in and they just know this stuff. And so I kind of was chuckling about that. And you know, as an adult, as adults, we're walking around being required to be sane, but really we don't know which world we're in at any given time. And I think that's what Spirit Team or Galactic Federation of Light is trying to say at this point of like, I think there's a bit of like, don't make things harder than they are. There would be that part of the message, or don't be so hard on yourself. Like navigating 2 worlds, that's not easy. That's not easy, especially when there's like not really a handbook for us being able to do that. But I do have to say, and this would be the coaching spot, and I mean, and this is what Spirit Team is doing with me pretty much every morning, and that is being very clear about like, what dimensional field are you in? What dimensional field are you living in? Like when you get up in the morning, like where are you starting your day from? And I did this video months and months and months ago about, it's the video about where are you? Like when you wake up in the morning, where are you when you get up? Where are you at in your body? I know a lot of us just zoom out of bed and we don't even think about it. And my Spirit Team, like they've got a big stop sign in front of me when I get up out of bed and put my feet on the floor, and they're like, where are you at? Where are you at? So there's a lot to be said right now of being really aware about what dimension you are functioning in, because from here on out, that is pretty critical. Okay, Galactic Federation of Light is saying more about like, transformation is nigh, and my feeling is like, oh my God, we just keep walking through gateways and timelines. It's just, even though when I pendulum check it out on my calendar and locate the primary ones, like, last night into this morning, there was another one. Like, I know I crossed through another grid because like all of the ancients in my family line showed up to watch me cross through and be grateful. And, in that passage of doing this in the physical body, doing what I'm doing what a lot of us are doing, physical body in 5D space, moving through our gateways and our timeline jumps. So, that is a pretty important piece of the message, is like, transformation is continuing. The Spirit Team is saying transformation is nigh, which means it's near. And I'm like it's always there. Like I feel very much like, remember that butterfly t-shirt I wore a lot in the spring, where it was the butterfly with the blossoms in part of the butterfly, and the message was about transformation is happening in a way that it's like transformation, transformation on top of transformation within transformation. And I feel very much like we're at that space right now where the transformation is happening inside of the transformation, and that's just what is happening right now. All right, there it is. And so they had that, so Spirit Team Galactic Federation of Light had that message of like, it is nigh, which means it is near. And, that whole, like what I can see is like, it's always near because we're in it now. We're in this place of 5D transform, being in 5D is the transformation happening upon the happening of the transformation inside out. It's like we are in that space constantly now. If you are conscious of it, if you are waking up and consciously making an effort to walk in 5D and be in the transformational energy of it, and there's no right or wrong way to do it, and I think there are some people that are just doing it that don't even know that they're doing it. So, each to their own. Everybody's doing it in their own way. But then Galactic Federation of Light about like, it is nigh, the time is nigh. And that's where I get a little bit of feeling of like cracking point. Like it's like we all know that there is a cracking point with this whole thing. And not to say that we haven't gone through cracking points, because God knows I've gone through like my own handful of cracking points. Like sometimes I feel like, oh my God, I'm more used to having cracking points and recovering than actually having stable space, right? But it feels or seems like there's a major light. And they are showing me that the closer we get to that, the more the shadow just rages. That's pretty apparent at this point. So we need to be careful how we interpret the actions of the shadows. Like, still concerning, still monitoring, but like in all of my years of doing soul retrieval with people at that really root soul level in the body, is the closer you get to your ultimate soul retrieval of holding your space, really truly being in your body with your full soul and all of that, doing that soul retrieval space, like, that's the place where the shadow fights the most because it's losing its home. So of course, it's going to fight, because as you come in with the greatest illumination for seeing things as all they are, so you can hold greater sovereign birthright space within your body, the shadow pretty much throws a hissy fit at the deepest part of the wounded trigger. And like, could we not be in the more epic epicenter of the cesspool right now? It just keeps going. Like, and the deeper we get into the trenches of that, the more the transformation just and so, and this is where I gotta say, I've said it before, I'll say it again, like, relinquish the hold on the toxic drama of the 3D, because it'll just take you down and deprive you of the 5D transformation that is your sovereign birthright of why you came here in the first place. I believe that is the message that Galactic Federation of Light wanted me to deliver. Thanks for being here. That's all I got for you for now. Make sure you keep walking forward to meet those miracles along the way, and I will see you in my next video.